record, this is case CR 22211623, State versus Chad Guy Daybell. We took a mid-morning break. Ms. Smith, do you have another witness to call?
Yes, Sheriff Humphreys, Sheriff.
Very well. Sheriff Humphreys, if you would please step forward, pause, and raise your right hand. I'll have the clerk place you under oath.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you will give in the pending cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. All right, thank you, Sheriff. You can be seated in the witness box there, and once he's situated, you can inquire counsel.
Forgot to move my mic. Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you state your name and occupation for the record, please?
My name is Len Humphreys. I'm the Fremont County Sheriff.
How long have you been the Fremont County Sheriff?
This is my 13th year.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I've worked in law enforcement for 30 years. I achieved basic, intermediate, advanced certificates, and in 2013 earned my executive certificate through Idaho Post.
And what does that mean?
Executive certificate, that means that's typically certification that is for sheriffs, chiefs. That means lots of hours of training, years of experience on the job.
And so let me ask, what are the duties of a sheriff in Idaho?
So besides law enforcement, patrol, search and rescue, we also take care of the jails. We're responsible for courtroom security. That's pretty much.
When you say law enforcement, does that include investigations into criminal behavior, suspected criminal behavior inside the jurisdiction of Fremont County?
It does.
And specifically in the Daybell case, did the investigators from Fremont County ultimately report to you?
Yes, they do.
And are you personally responsible for planning and budgeting for the Fremont County Sheriff's Office's expenses attributable to the Daybell case?
Yes, I am. We're going through our budget process currently.
Okay. Now, did you do any research on what a change of venue to Ada County would cost your office on the Daybell case?
Yes, we did.
Okay, what research did you do?
Well, we received a request for an estimate of what it would cost us. We didn't have a lot to go on, and so our first estimate was what I considered a worst case scenario. If we had to provide security for the courtroom, if we had to provide security for the jurors, if we had to do everything, like as if we were here. And since that time, we received information from Ada County that most of those things would not apply. And so our original estimate was way off.
Okay. And the original estimate, had you had a brief conversation with the sheriff in Ada County?
I have spoken with him a couple of times, and also have spoken with Lieutenant Ruby on a couple of occasions.
And initially, was the sheriff able to give you any idea of what he would absorb and what you had to do?
Not originally.
Okay. And then sometime after March 1st, you got different information?
Just as recently as last week.
Okay. And specifically last Tuesday?
Yes.
And last Tuesday was the first numbers you got out of Ada County?
That's correct.
Okay. And we've heard that testimony, so I'm not going to ask you to go down that road, but I am going to ask you, if the Ada County Sheriff decides to bill Fremont County, are you obligated to pay that bill?
Well, probably so, but typically that would probably run from commissioners to commissioners.
Okay. And so while the sheriff can absorb cost, in the end, the commissioners can choose to bill.
That's a question I'm not sure about.
Okay. So, and so did you initially put together an estimate that is now way off?
That's correct.
And so we've withdrawn that estimate. All right. Now, do you have a final answer from the Ada County Sheriff's Office about what costs are going to be to Fremont County for a complete change of venue?
Well, I wouldn't say that they were entirely complete. I know that there's some questions about sequestering a jury and who would take care of that. I know that their numbers for overtime costs are significant, and looking at them, it would probably be cheaper for us to provide that team for taking care of a jury.
Okay. And so is that a conversation that's ongoing between your office and the sheriff in Ada County?
It really is. It's premature to even know which way that will go at this point.